Hello, everyone. Welcome back to AEC Today Reports. I'm Latasha Hewitt, and I'm so glad that you joined us this evening. We hope you've had a great week so far. We really do. And we're excited about the guest that we have today. We're going to talk about what's happening with women's ministries and this awesome series that's going on. We're going to talk to one of our churches within the Delaware Valley about their digital evangelistic series currently taking place. And we have a very special group of young people who found a way to kind of create their own virtual church. So you're going to hear about all of that in this episode. So please stay tuned after this break for all of that.
Nobody likes an awkward silence, but you can actually use it for something good.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to AEC Today Reports. We're so happy that you joined us on this Thursday. We hope you've had a great week so far. And of course, we're always excited about the guests that we have and the information that they are going to share with us. And so today, we're excited to share our women's ministry leader, Miss Cynthia Poole. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Glad to be here.
Amen. Amen. That's a blessing. We can't take that for granted for sure. And as I mentioned, Miss Cynthia is our women's ministry leader, and we're excited about the things that are going on for our women, even during this COVID quarantine time. You know, women, we always find a way to get together. That's one thing we can say about us. So first of all, how are things going with women's ministry in general during this time?
Well, I'm very happy to report that women's ministry is rolling on. I've been in touch with the different area leaders, and I'm very impressed with the programming that they're putting their efforts toward providing. As a matter of fact, this past weekend, It was a great weekend for the Washington metro area. And I don't know if you had an opportunity to check in on any of the programs.
Yes,
but
it was awesome.
The first one to me was just awesome. I enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah, and the good thing, it is archived. So those who didn't see it, it's archived on their Facebook page, but also because we shared it on the Allegheny East page, Facebook page, it's there as well. So you can go and check out the whole day, but it was great. And Kima did a good job last week of sharing with us, you know, what we could expect from it, and it did deliver. So that was a great conference from that area. But we have something, you have something that you gather for local AEC, a special series this fall. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, this weekend we'll be in our second series of the Falling in Love with Jesus series. And the whole series is intended to admonish us to be more like Christ in our thoughts, our words, our actions, and our deed. And of course, the theme is we're just taking off on the season, falling in love. But we should just be in love with Jesus all the time. But that's our play on words, falling in love with Jesus. Last week, we started the series. Pastor Novella Smith, who is the youth pastor for Metropolitan, she really got us started. And then this coming week, though, we're going to continue the theme, and it's falling in love, actually being more like Jesus through forgiving like Jesus. And Pastor Marlena Dubrow is going to be the keynote presenter. Pastor Dubrow just got a new assignment. You know, she's been in Virginia her whole career as a pastor in Allegheny East, but she is moving, and I understand she's going, I believe it's the Willow Grove area.
That's right. Yes, Willow Grove, Pennsylvania.
She's going to be the senior pastor there. So I'm inviting every woman to come, get an opportunity, preview your new pastor, and for those of us who know us, to just continually be blessed by her Holy Spirit ministry. And then the following week, Pastor Sherry Hall, you know, she got her start as associate pastor at the North Philadelphia Church, and I am drawing a blank as to where she's going to be assigned. But Pastor,
still there, I think she's still there.
Oh, she's still going to be at Willow Grove.
She's going north.
North Philly.
The north.
Oh, she's still at North. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
And then she's going to be loving like Jesus. She's going to be teaching us to love like Jesus. And then we'll end the series up with Pastor Lisa Smith Reed, giving like Jesus, how to be a true servant leader. And Pastor Reed actually holds the distinction of being the first female pastor to be hired in Allegheny East. And I met her on her first assignment because she was assigned to DuPont Park.
Oh, wow. Look at that. So that's a good point, because all of the women in this series are pastors within Allegheny East Conference. So that's awesome. You know, our conference is one that supports women in ministry, and this series is reflective of that. And it's really awesome. And those who haven't checked out, was it recorded? Last week's was recorded?
Yes, it was recorded.
Okay. So if you missed last week, we'll make the recording available on the website. But for the weeks going forward, now that you know about it, join in live. And how can they sign up to be a part of this, Ms. Cynthia?
Actually, if they go to our webpage on the web, visit AEC and go to the Women's Ministry web page, it will direct you there how to register. No fee. That's just a precautionary event that we take just to make sure that everybody who ends up on the site is someone who should legitimately be on the site.
Gotcha.
And, yeah.
So that's great, everybody. And this is an opportunity, and like I said with Sakima last week, for us to invite friends from all over. Even though this is an Allegheny East sponsored series, this is a great opportunity to bring your girlfriends from all over and say, hey, join me for this virtual conference. And what time is it? I forgot the time again.
It's at 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock every Sunday afternoon from now until October the 4th.
Okay, so girlfriends say, join me 3 o'clock. Let's check this out. Have them go on the site and register, which is right there. Visit aec.org/women. And this is a great opportunity for you all to come together, fellowship, and you talk about it after you get off the call. So this is a great opportunity for women. And like I said earlier, we like to get together, and it's always good dialogue. For when I visited the group, it's always good dialogue amongst the women who are a part of the call. So this is a great opportunity for us to fellowship. So please check it out on Sunday. And as Ms. Cynthia said, every Sunday through October 4th,
yes.
3 p.m. And you can just register right there on the website. Any other updates that we need to be aware of for women's ministry or news that you'd like to share?
Yes. We're going to be giving the women an opportunity to participate in the certification program. You know, there's a leadership certification for women's ministry leaders.
Oh.
And some of our areas, the Bay Area, they're already participating in it, and it's free. You can go on the North American Division Women's Ministry site. That's Women's Ministry at gc.adventist.org. or the nadwm.org site, or you can call them and they'll walk you through the process. And that number is 301-680-6608. And there are 4 levels for complete certification in the Women's Ministry Leadership Certification Program. I would advise every woman, It's a good exercise to go through, builds confidence. It really serves to unify us in the types of services that we are providing for the ladies. And for those who just want some ideas on something to do new, it's a great resource. It really is.
And it can be anybody who like works with women's ministry, not just the elected leader, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Great.
Because we're always looking for new leaders, for
That's
women
right.
to be involved. Because amazingly, our ladies don't realize how involved they are. They think of women's ministries as just this one little facet of the church. But I like to remind them, if you're involved in Sabbath school, you're performing women's ministries. If you're an usher, that's women in ministry, whatever you do. And also to remind them, everybody has something that they can use in ministry for God. For some ladies, it's just the way you smile at people and make them feel welcome in the house of the Lord. That's a ministry.
That's right. Amen. So women, just by virtue of the fact that we are women, what we do is our ministry. So that's important to remember. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. And like we said, we don't want everyone to forget. I'm going to put that website up one more time. Make sure you register for our Falling in Love series and check out all of our wonderful presentations on Sundays at 3 p.m. Through October the 4th. So check it out, Falling in Love series. Don't forget to check out that leadership program through the NAD for women's leaders, as well as, and the End It Now, that's still going on. That End It Now.
Okay. End It Now, they're having a special program. I believe that's in November.
Okay. Right. Keep out for that.
And I would advise the ladies, look out for that. Look out for the flyers for that. That's a yearly program, and it's really a great one. I believe it's November the 13th.
Okay.
Where the North American Division is going to be facilitating the program. And then on the 14th, it's going to be in Spanish.
Oh, great. Great. So more of our constituents can participate who don't necessarily speak English as their first language. That's great.
Exactly. And Tosh, that's really one of the areas that I am trying to intentionally work on to make sure that all of our ethnic groups can feel a part. So we're trying to design ways where we can communicate in French. Okay. We have so many language groups in our conference that people are just not aware. And so it's a challenge for us, but I know the Lord's going to lead us through it because I want all of the ladies to feel a part of the women's ministries department.
Absolutely. All inclusive. We appreciate that. Well, thank you for this exciting update. So ladies, you heard it. We're falling in love with Jesus this fall. So make sure you tune in, and thank you for those updates, Miss Cynthia. We appreciate you joining us this evening.
Okay. Thank you for having me. And it's been a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to a terrific response. And we appreciate your Tuesday and Thursday evening visits.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, everyone. We'll be right back after this short break.
The Bible tells us in 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14, "If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray, and seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, and will forgive their sin, and will heal their land." If there were ever a time that we needed to come together in prayer, it is now. Therefore, our president, Elder Henry Fordham, is calling on you to join us as we band together in prayer. Pray corporately with us every day at 12 p.m., and in addition, 3 times a day. We believe that God will honor the faithfulness of His people as we band together in prayer. Please pray with us and watch God move.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Thank you for staying tuned in to AC Today Reports. And we're back with some more special guests, as we always have on our program. Many of our churches have been engaging in evangelistic series, and this is one church that is doing one right now, and we want to talk to them. We want to invite the pastor of our Ebenezer church, Pastor McConico. How are you doing, Pastor McConico?
I am well, thank you.
And we also want to invite the communication director for Ebenezer, Ms. Lisa Tynes. How are you, Lisa?
Doing well, doing well.
Awesome. And for those who don't know, Ebenezer is in Philadelphia. Ebenezer is our oldest church, right? Is our oldest church within Allegheny East, I believe.
I don't know if it's our oldest. I think DuPont. So? No, I think DuPont is.
You're right. Maybe the
right.
I'm thinking about the Delaware Valley area.
Yeah, Delaware Valley. Yes.
Yeah. This area. Yes, you are. Very, rich history there. A lot of our churches in Philadelphia branched out of Ebenezer, just to give everyone some context.
Exactly.
All right, so I kind of referenced the fact that you guys are taking on an evangelistic series. Before we talk about that, in general, how has your church really adapted to being virtual for like over 6 months now? How has it been for you guys?
Well, one of the things that this COVID thing really caught everybody off guard, I think, the effects of it.
Right.
We had laid out plans to do such a broad spectrum on health and reaching the immediate community because, with gentrification, our neighborhood has changed drastically. Mm-hmm. And so we were getting ready to address the neighbors in the immediate neighborhood of the church. And then when COVID comes along, the 13th or 12th of March, I think it was on the 12th, that I had to make the decision because I heard what was happening with COVID and I decided to close the church. And then 24 hours later, Allegheny East closed all churches. Mm-hmm. And so I knew God was letting us know this thing was too dangerous because I have a senior congregation.
Right.
And so, but when we did that, the communications team went to work and we immediately began to do things online. And we have been online and have been improving ever since because our media team is so dedicated and they learned a lot and they are striving to do better and better each week. And I'm really grateful for that team.
Yes, you do have a great team. So Lisa, how has it been for all of you adapting and making these adjustments kind of like overnight?
Really, literally overnight.
Yeah.
However, while I do appreciate the accolades for the team, I still have to go back to the Allegheny East Conference communications team who guides us and shelters us and has that CamCon every year, which really is the summit where we step up our game because we learn things every time. And we literally apply the stuff that we learn in CamCon and then try to take it to another level. So, it's a team effort conference wide.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. You guys are doing a great job. Now, as if trying to stream the services every week wasn't enough, you guys decided to take on a whole evangelistic series. And we're not talking about 1 week. Tell us about the series. First of all, let's start with the name of the series, the purpose. What is this thrust that you guys are doing currently?
Well, over a year ago, and I shared with my communication teams what I was planning to do. And I had shared with them that I had secured the speakers for this year to do an evangelistic outreach. Mm-hmm. And as we began to talk, and then the team suggested, and then they recalled 25 years ago what they did called Mission Possible. Mm-hmm. And so with that, we began to develop around that. And we wanted to have a week of prayer to prepare the church for the evangelistic meeting that was coming up. And so as a team, we all come together and began to work and to develop this strategy about how we're going to do it. And it has been truly a blessing. Mission Possible, because of the COVID that made us change how we do worship, the change in the neighborhood, and how we're going to do evangelism. With all of those changes, the challenge of mission being possible became evident, and it is.
Awesome. Awesome. And since you mentioned the title, I'm going to go ahead and put this up because you have quite a lineup of speakers for this series. Can you guys tell us a little bit about who you have there? Who do we see here?
Okay. I want to share, first of all, the speakers that I had put in mind and I had in mind when I was praying, and I saw them at workers' meeting back in the fall of 19. And I talked with Pastor Corey Johnson. And, you know, of course, I also have worked with Pastor Gregory Nelson and Dr. Emil Peeler. And so, and they told me anytime, anything that they can do to help us and help me, they would be willing to do it. So I called them last year and began to align those speakers. And when I shared that with the media team, then they brought back the idea of this reunion. And I'm gonna let my communications director talk about that because she was very instrumental with the team in helping us to put this aspect together.
Tell us, Lisa.
So as Pastor had the evangelistic series straight, but we needed something to, all churches have MIA members, missing in action. You have people who used to go to your church, or they're still there, but they're not there. So we needed something to attract those members who we have not seen in a while. So we thought, when was one of the greatest times at Ebenezer when we were doing the most, especially our young people? When were we out in the community? When was there change? When was the growth? When was the progression? And that was Mission Possible 25 years ago. So once Pastor said, well, if you can get these guys, then by all means do it. We got on the phone and we started calling. And so for our week of prayer, we started off with Tyjeeha Baldwin, who is a son of Southwest Philadelphia Seventh-day Adventist Church. And Tyjeeha is down in Louisiana now. And Tyjeeha said yes. And then we called, we found Ray Patrick, who we had we had been looking for Ray for a minute because he was so powerful when he had been in Philly. And we found out that he had gone back home to London, England, and found him through, I went to a couple of his services. Well, one was in Paris and one was in London, you know, virtually.
Right.
And he's affiliated with the Stannisburg School over there in London, which would be our Pine Forge Academy, but over there. Okay. And they were raising money for the school. And that's how I got him. And then we connect. Well, Tyjeeha connected us on the phone, but I had been trying to reach him through chat. And then we called Eric Thomas, Dr. Eric Thomas, who Eric sort of got his start in Philly. When he came, this Mission Possible was really what introduced Eric, especially in the Philadelphia area and, you know, that Delaware Valley area. That's when Eric. And then there was my brother Shannon, who was the son of Ebenezer, who introduced us to all the guys and coordinated the trip 25 years ago from Oakwood to Philly. And all the guys said yes. All the guys were excited. All of them remember Ebenezer and wanted to again pour into Ebenezer like they had done when they were students in college. And it was an
amazing. I didn't know that was the history. That this was something like a 25-year anniversary of Mission Possible. And it's still relevant. That's the thing, 25 years.
25
exactly.
25. And everything they spoke about. So if you missed that first week, you can go to our YouTube channel, Ebenezer Seventh-day Adventist Church of Philadelphia. Go to our Facebook page, and those are still up, and you can catch Tyjeeha, Ray Patrick, Eric Thomas, and Shannon Austin.
Awesome. So yeah, this is a great lineup, as you can see. And this week, who's the featured speaker this week? So those are watching.
Pastor Corey Johnson out of Trenton, New Jersey. And so he's speaking for us this week. You know, he also had spent a little bit of time at Ebenezer under Dr. Drake before he was sent off to the seminary. And so, you know, and then he's from Philly. He told me he went to North Church.
Yeah, that's right.
He's back home and he's just glad to be here and doing it. But I mean, he is a tremendous young, gifted preacher, and we are blessed to have him sharing his gifts with us.
All right, now offline, you kind of share with me some of the positive feedback you're getting from viewers. Let's share that with our audience. What is some of the feedback you're getting from the series so far?
Well, one of the viewers shared with me, and I mean, I'm talking about Adventists and non-Adventists alike. They tell me how relevant the subjects are that they're speaking on. And they love the fact that the ministry is reaching across all generations and how we're reaching people young and old. Matter of fact, we even having people calling and tell us now how they want to give money to help us do this.
Wow.
And so we are very grateful that God is blessing us. And we just keep encouraging people to share. But it is reaching a lot of people. That's just, and they really talk about the production that we have put together. And I share with them what a media team I have. And it has been a blessing to us. And we're just very grateful for that.
Amen. Now, what is the nightly program like? This is nightly. I think I need to make sure it's nightly, every night.
Yeah, this is every night except Thursday now. We in Evangelistic. Yeah, these 3 weeks, next 3 weeks, this week and the next 2 weeks will be every night except Thursday. And then on Friday nights, we're going to have, prior when we had the week of prayer, we had what we call covert conversations.
Right.
And so now we're going to use Friday night with these speakers to kind of have that format so people can get to know the speakers, But they'll speak, every night except Thursday night. And then Friday night, we have a little dialogue we're going to do. Then they'll preach Sabbath morning and Saturday evening. And then we'll change speakers each week until we complete this series.
Awesome. Now, overall, how many weeks is the series altogether?
4.
4 weeks.
4 weeks. That's right. The whole month. Okay. Awesome. And so what do you all hope? I mean, we've heard some of the feedback, but at the end of this, when you're starting off, you have a goal in mind. What are you all hoping at the end of this this series? What will you have accomplished as a church?
Well, one of the things is, Lisa alluded to the fact that we did the Mission Possible to try to help reach some of our members who are just MIA. Right. And we've gotten responses from some already. Some are even coming back and becoming active again in the church. And some are in the process of getting that. So we are reaching them in that area. And that was one of the main issues, one of the main goals, I should say, of the week of prayer, is to reach our missing in action members. And we are getting calls from them, and more we're getting more of them coming in. And that was the first goal. The next was to actually just evangelize and to reach people and help them find Christ. And we are getting that as well. We recognize that this venue of worship is not going to go away.
Correct.
So we're preparing to do this, not just now, but going forward. Even when we are back in the building, we still plan on having virtual worship, because we're recognizing now that virtual church is just as real as a physical church.
That's right. That's so true. And we're glad. I know Lisa can relate to this as communicators. These are some of the things that we were trying to move our churches toward even before COVID, in terms of using more of the digital landscape to do ministry. And I think, we hate to see that. I guess this is kind of the blessing and the underlying thing that's positive about this whole situation is digital ministry has just taken off. And it's become one of those things that even, like you said, even when we go back, it's become a permanent staple, that ministry. Because now you all have connected to people who would not even be able to physically come to your church. So you don't want to leave those people hanging when they become so engaged in your virtual ministry. So it's here to stay.
Well, I just also want to add, though, even though we're on this landscape, this virtual landscape, it's also our members are now, we've been out here for 6 months. And so now our members are now thinking of how can we better engage the community that we left, because we did just up and leave. And Ebenezer didn't have a community connection. So through this virtual arena, we our virtual members are now wanting to know, well, what's going on in the community? How can we support? Now, they may not be able to physically be there, but they can support with their dollars. They can support with their encouragement. They can come to Zoom meetings, get involved in small groups, that can encourage us and encourage the community, our physical community, in a designated radius around the church. So it's making us do what we're supposed to do in our mission field.
That's great. And I was going to say, that's when you know ministry is working. When people are asking, how can I give back? That's a true you know, you understand what the gospel is really all about, and they want to be engaged. So that's excellent. That's excellent. This sounds like a great series. And just to recap, I'm going to put the flyer up again. If you want to tune in, as was said, every day, every night except Thursday, you can check out these services and their archive. So if you missed a couple of them, a few of them, you can go back on their. All the pages are listed there where you can view the archive messages, but Mission Possible. And so this, you know, this is proof that, you know, just because you're not in the physical building doesn't mean that you cannot do evangelistic series. Evangelism is still very important. And you organized it as though they were coming to the church. I mean, you planned ahead and it happened. So,
you know, I also just wanted to throw in there, Pastor, we want to also mention the support of the Delaware Valley Ministerium, how the pastors are coming and joining us each night in prayer. And each night they pray for a specific item. And the ministerium, everyone that's participated on a pastoral level and the elders have really been supportive, and they've been pouring into Pastor McConico and encouraging him in this evangelistic series. And so we just want to remember them, because the support of his colleagues has been very instrumental in his success thus far. And I don't know why Pastor is not telling you guys that 4 people have decided to give their lives to Christ, and we're number 1.
Right.
And so that's the praise report. I'm so excited about that. Well, we have 4 individuals that said, you know, I want to be born again, and we're looking for more.
I'm sure
I just prayed. In my prayer, I just asked the Lord for 1. So now I can be greedy, since 3 more came, and I can ask for more. So I'm just so excited about what God is doing.
Amen.
And I just want to say to Pastor McConico, the vision and the execution is incredible.
Thank you.
Amen. Amen.
Tasha, I can't do it without a team. Believe you me, it is a team effort. And I do thank the DVM, the Delaware Valley Ministerium. One of the things I do, and I share this with my church, is that this ministerium, we have a camaraderie now that it's like a brotherhood, and we are very close, and that we help each other, we support each other, we share ideas, and we are really collaborating together to try to bring people to Christ. And we just want to see Jesus and take people with us.
Amen. That's the ultimate goal, and we applaud you for continuing to win people to Christ. You know, COVID's not going to stop that. Jesus is still real, and people still need him. So, thank you for continuing to spread the gospel. We thank you for taking some time to talk to us this evening.
Sure.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Much success in the series, okay?
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
No problem. And we'll be right back after this break.
Staring contest.
You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
All right, everyone, welcome back to AEC Today Reports. We're so happy that you tuned in this evening. And as always, we're excited about the guests that we're going to be talking to this evening. And we have a special group of young people that I want to introduce you all to. So I'm just going to bring them in right now. Here they all are. Hi, everyone.
What's up, babe?
All right. Thanks for joining us. Now, I introduced you as a special group of young people, but if we could just go through and say who we are. I know you're all in college. Say what you're majoring in, what year you're in. Tell us a little bit about yourself very quickly. Let's start with Pace.
Well, hey everybody, I'm Pace Fordham. I am a senior theology student here at Oakwood University.
All right. Welcome, Pace. All right. Tyjeeha.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tyjeeha. I am currently a junior at Oakwood University, and I am studying ministerial theology.
Ooh, nice. All right, Nathalie.
Hello, everyone. Hello. My name is Nathalie Francois. I am a junior here at Oakwood University studying theology as well. Concentration pre-chaplaincy.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right, Q.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Q Hayden, theology major at Oakwood University.
Yay. All right, Kristian.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Kristian Dunson. I'm a theology major and a junior at Oakwood University.
All right, so we have a room full of theology majors in the building. That's great to see. Now, you guys have been doing something pretty wonderful during this quarantine time, during the summer. First of all, someone tell us what exactly you all have been doing in terms of a ministry online during this time.
All right, so pretty much what we've been doing is we've been having church, to be honest. We've just been having worships every Sabbath. It started off just being a summer thing. And at the beginning, it was centered centrally around, young adults from the ages of, you could say, like 18, 20s and stuff like that. But it's actually, as it's been going on, it's actually become more of like just everybody. We've had older adults. We had young youth come by. So, yeah, it's been a fun journey. It started in the summer, and now we haven't looked back, really. We just keep on going. And we've now transitioned from just a summer project now into an official Redemption SDA fellowship. So, yeah.
All right, a full name. Okay, now who started this? Who said we need to have church, guys? Like, this is, I'm missing everybody. How can we connect? Because you guys are in all different places, right? I mean, during the summer, you're on. So who said let's do this? Where did it?
Q.
Yeah.
All right.
I started it, but it wasn't on my own. My dad actually helped quite a lot. So pretty much it's kind of like I had the idea, but I didn't really know where to go with it. I just knew I wanted to do something where young adults, like around my age, of course, could just come and, worship, because I know a lot of churches were having church on Zoom, but I don't know, it wasn't really centered around our demographic. I didn't really, feel it as much. So I really wanted something just for us. And so I had the idea, knew I wanted to do, but I didn't know how to go about it. So my dad kind of really helped me put a vision to it and see where it could go, and also the tools to do so. And then, now I have on my team here too. Wouldn't be here without them. So we kind of all came together and made it work.
And that was going to be my next question. So how did you guys get involved? Who reached out? What did they say? What made you want to be involved in this project?
I can start. So Q actually texted me in the middle of the summer, and he was like, "Hey Ty, I'm starting this church, this fellowship online. I would love if you can be a part of it." The crazy thing is, in my mind, I was like, okay, I just have to do like tithes and offerings or give a scripture, and it's gonna last for about a month. I did not know it would become this big of a ministry. I did not know it would spread this wide. And it's honestly been a blessing. I've actually been shocked seeing the results of, our weekly hard work. So Q reached out to me, and I just thought, hey, why not? We're friends. So that would be good in ministry, just to, do ministry with your friends, your close friends.
Awesome. How about everyone else?
For me, Q called me. He called me, and he had this vision in his head. So he verbalized the vision as well. And he continued to ask me, "Hey, can you be a part of my team? I need some reliable people who is, strong in ministry and, strong in their faith as well." And I was just like, okay, yes, for sure. I said yes, off the bat. And ever since then, it was just a beautiful church service throughout. I really appreciated it. And I'm glad that I'm a part of this team. So thank you, Q.
No problem.
So when did this start? Before you start, Pace, when was the first service?
The first service was June. I think it was June 27th. I think that's the last Saturday in June.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Pace. You want to tell us how you got involved?
I just want to say we're not giving Q enough credit. You know, I make everything like basketball. So Q is really the opposite.
Yeah, what?
You know, he's the Coach K. He brought everybody together. He made sure everybody knew where they were needed to be, what they could do, so we could all be functioning in our best capacity. So, you know, like I'm, you know, whenever Q needs something, I'm always there. So, you know,
Appreciate that.
Here. So.
Appreciate that. Kristian's story is actually a little different though.
All right,
Kristian, how
let's
Kristian
hear
got in.
Oh, my story. Yeah. So I'm coming on a little late. So I saw them, they were promoting it on Instagram, and we had a few classes together, and I was like, oh, that's really good for them. You know, I saw a few of their service and I really enjoyed it. And I was on the phone with Pace one night, and he was just telling me how, you know, about the service and how they got started and things of that nature. He invited me to come and help out. And so I went to the service that Sabbath, and I stayed afterwards and asked if I could help out. And Q, you know, welcomed me in. And ever since then, you know, I think I'm on my 3rd week, and it's just really have been a blessing. I've learned a lot from the pastors, and have just been literally just ministering with my classmates and my friends, and it's just been great.
This is awesome. I'm so excited to hear about this. Now, what does the service include for those who have not had a chance to watch any of it? What is it like? What is the service like for you all?
Pace, you can do it.
Sure. You know, it's just your standard service. We try to make sure it's, as Q already stated, it's tailored to us and our demographic. So it's not just random people showing up. It's a lot of people who are usually tied to the Oakwood community or tied to other communities in Adventism and the broader culture of Adventism. So people ask their friends to come on, you know, they become a part of the family, ask different people to sing. I know I was just at Aeolian practice, grabbing random people to sing special music. That's usually how things just come about. And it's just like friends helping friends. So we can all come together, worship in that community.
That's awesome.
Right.
So are you guys the speakers? Are you guys the featured preachers each Sabbath?
Yeah. And we rotate. So we've been rotating for this whole time it's been going on. And so it's kind of like your typical service, kind of in a sense. We kind of made it makeshift of our own though. And because we can kind of, it's been amazing because we're able to mold it how we want to mold it and really let God like inspire our hearts and do it how we want to. So it's just like a regular service, you see the special musics, you see the prayer time, we've even had people come and give testimonies each Sabbath, you know, before we go into prayer time, and then you have one of us or even a guest preacher come and speak the word that Sabbath. So that's kind of how it looks like for the whole rundown. Pace.
Good.
But you cut out all the fluff. Nothing that's not needed is in that service. And that's
no announcements, special announcements.
Yeah, nothing. If you don't need it, it is not there. This is Jesus in it. You don't need to know about who tire broke down on the. Yeah, no, this is about Jesus.
Not the tire, not the infamous tire story. So how long is the service then? That means it has to be what, an hour or less?
Yeah,
what?
hour.
Okay.
We keep it in an hour. If we go a little over, it's okay, but it's about an hour 15.
Okay, cool. So because you guys are all theology majors and, you know, in some capacity that speaking is part of what, you know, you will do in your future career, has this given you guys the opportunity to kind of hone some of those skills and, you know, practice a little bit more than you do it? Okay.
100%.
Definitely.
So you're on to something, because if I remember when I went to Oakwood and I had some theology major friends, they would invite us to like their not the homiletics class, but there was some point twice a year where you had to come and listen to them speak. And I realized that's only a couple of times a year. How do they really get the experience? So something like this is giving you guys the opportunity to, you know, figure out what works, what doesn't, so that when you at that point, and this is also like a little virtual resume you guys are putting together. Not that your mind is there,
right?
You know, your mind is on ministry, but I'm just thinking about how all of this really can be beneficial to you all because you're so willing to minister to other people. Now, tell me about some of the feedback you've gotten from those who have been watching, and your reach. I know you guys said you were surprised about how far it was going. What are some of the stories you're getting that have stood out to you?
For me, a lot of people have reached out to me, letting me know that they were blessed. Not only that they were blessed, but they were very impacted by our church service. They have not seen young people in our age range be so committed to ministry. So the fact that we're committed to ministry and doing the Lord's work, they are moved by it as well. So blessed, impacted, moved, all of that. So,
awesome.
Yeah. I would say the biggest part for me is the fact that my friends, they are like singing or pitching in wherever they can. And so it's just amazing to show them that, you don't have to be a theology major to minister. You can minister in your own way. And my biggest thing is everyone just sowing their own seeds and winning their own souls for Christ. And so to see my friend group actually want to participate, we've actually just recently added a close friend of mine to our original team, our team. And so it's just been a blessing having others tag on, letting them know that they don't have to be a theology major in order to minister.
Right.
Amen. That's great. That's great. Right. Now, so for those who want to, we've gotten people excited now. They're like, how do I tune into this online church? Where do we go? How do we tune in every week?
So pretty much we have been using Zoom, and there is a link to that. We have an Instagram actually too, at Redemption SDA Fellowship. So the Zoom link is there. Also, even if they can't make it to the Zoom lives because it is at 1 p.m. Eastern, they can also see all the services on YouTube. They're every single one from when we started in June is up there, so you can go check it out on YouTube. It's on my channel right now, but I plan on actually just making it just our channel with all our services and stuff like that. Okay. So yeah, it's under my name, Q Hayden, my Hayden. Channel. Yeah.
Awesome. Q Hayden on YouTube, and on Instagram, he says Redemption
SDA Fellowship. Am I correct?
Yeah.
I'm right. Okay.
Where did the name come from for this? How did that come about?
That was from the beginning, really. Like, I didn't really know what to call it, because before it was Redemption SDA Fellowship, it was Summer Redemption. That's all it was. So, because we thought it was only gonna be the summer thing, and me and my dad were talking about it, praying about it, and then I don't know, I just thought of it. I was like, what about redemption? Like, and then it kind of when you kind of think about it, redemption's continuous, never ending. We always need Jesus. We always need that Redeemer to save us and to ultimately just make it in life. So that's kind of where it all ties together, especially with young adults trying to just get through life.
Absolutely, I think it's very fitting. And I like to say, I'm very proud of you guys. This is awesome to see young people taking the reins and just doing ministry, like you said, Pace, without all the bells and whistles, but just coming together to share the gospel each week. And I'm sure this has helped you all grow in your friendship as well. So that's you're doubly blessed by this ministry and the tightening of this group. And we're going to do our best to make sure people know about this. We'll post those links so people can start to follow you all. Now, I mean, do you guys take donations for your ministry? Are you self-funding it right now? If people want to support you guys, how would they do that?
Someone else can say if they want.
I can say it. Or Kristian.
Go ahead, Nathalie.
Go ahead.
Here we go.
Cash App name. I'm not the guy that goes. Go to Nathalie.
Okay, so yes, we take donations. Yes, our Cash App is #RedemptionSDA. Once again, that is #RedemptionSDA. So
yes. And also we just want to make sure that when they do Cash App, in the title, when they have a description. To put in the description whether it's donation, whether it's offering, whether it's tithe, whatever it is. Make sure they just put it in the description so we can know where we can put the money, where it should go.
Yes, hey, awesome. Yeah. Well, congratulations, guys, on this wonderful ministry. I always say this quarantine has opened up so many opportunities for creative ministries, and this is one of them. This is one that can have longevity and is so far-reaching because of the platform you're using. So keep it up. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we want to continue to hear the success stories from this project and your future ministries as you all continue to become leaders in this work. So thank you, guys. It was fun chatting with you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
And make sure you still make all those A's. We appreciate Redemption Fellowship. We want you all to graduate. Okay.
Got to.
Yes. Graduate. All right. Thanks again for chatting with us.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. We'll be right back after this short break.
Bye.
Hey, Bobo. Do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Hello, friends. Jackson M. Doggett Jr. here to remind you, be counted in the 2020 census. Make sure everyone in your church and in your sphere of influence is counted in the 2020 census. It will make a difference in your life.
All right, everyone, it's been another great episode. We're so happy for all of our guests who came to join and share with us. Some exciting things are happening, isn't it? Isn't God good, even in the midst of this pandemic and this crisis? But there's so much that we want to make sure that you are aware of and remind you of, like completing the census and remembering to vote come November. Make sure you're registered. These are things that are very important for us as people of God to be involved in these things. And we hope that you have done your part in completing the census and, of course, registering to vote. And we have lots of things coming up this weekend and information to share. So after we end this broadcast, please pay attention to important events and flyers that we have to share with you. Most of all, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your Sabbath, spend some quality time with Him, and continue to watch every Thursday at 7 p.m. because the more you watch, the more you know. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.